tomorrow's leaders today. In other words, taking young people that we know in the future is going to become leaders and equipping them with all the necessary skills, mindsets, and values that are required to transform Africa. And of course, you know that Africa, one of the major challenges we have is leadership. So that is where we focus on leadership, entrepreneurship, and personal development. And so the whole objective is to help young people reorient themselves and reposition themselves for a better tomorrow as far as leadership is concerned. That is what motivated us to start. We started from a very humble beginning, no chair, no bag, no office. I remember very well, I used to run from office to office asking people just to donate something little to support this thing. And I remember very well, 60 years ago, a young man had promised us something just a little above 50 US cents. And he said, come tomorrow, and I kept going and coming for more than 4 months just to collect that 50 cents. I needed that money. I'm telling you, I needed that money, that 50 cents in those days to be able to solve a particular problem for us. So gradually, from a very humble beginning, we've been able to grow to the level where we are at. So it's been hard work, a lot of crying, a lot of pain, but you know, through it all, God has been so kind and faithful to us.
Thank you very much. Now tell us about how you have your program work with the schools, how much geographical ground you're covering in Ghana, if you're involved outside. Tell us a little bit of how you've used your program to reach out to the youth.
Currently, we operate in all the senior high schools. We operate in all the universities and polytechnics. You have to understand that in Africa, for you to get something going, you need to find a way to lobby government, because we live in a continent where governments literally control everything. So we were smart enough to approach the Ghana Education Service, which is the ministry that regulates all schools in Ghana, and we sold the vision to them. We were able to elicit some sort of sympathy from some of the directors who bought into the vision, and so they opened the floodgate for us to be able to get into all the senior high schools, all the polytechnics, and all the universities. So currently we operate in all the 10 regions of Ghana, and we host a major conference called the Strategic Future Leaders Conference, which is held every year, and we've played host to a number of delegates from Benin, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Liberia, and the rest. And by extension, we believe that they having to come and repeating coming every year, we believe that they're going back to their respective countries, they are making impacts there as well. But for the last 16 or 17 years, I must say we've trained more than 1 million young people, some of whom are even in government today, some are in very influential positions in public sector, and we're excited to see what we have done so far.
Great. Do you see this program working outside of Ghana? I mean, it sounds amazing, and it sounds like something that the whole of Africa could use. Are you thinking beyond Ghana to actually spread this beautiful program?
Yes, it can be done, and it has started. As a matter of fact, we have an office in Togo. We have delegates, as I said earlier, from Nigeria, from Senegal, from Cote d'Ivoire, in fact, from the United Kingdom, from the United States. Last year we had people coming all the way from Britain, all the way from US, and participating. Now, we are positioning ourselves strategically. So that's why, for example, over here we encourage our people to learn French. We have a teacher who comes in here twice a week to come and teach our people how to speak French. I love French. I started learning French even today. As I speak now, I still have a teacher who comes to teach me French. Why? Because we want to enter into the rest of Africa. Africa can only develop by Africans. Africa can only become great by Africans. And don't forget that Africa has all the resources that is required. Raw material, human capital, everything is here. What is missing is the capacity to be able to blend all these things and to do away with some tendencies that do not have Africa, such as individualistic tendencies, materialistic tendencies, and stuff like that. But as long as the doors are open for us, we are ready. And that is why I am very, very excited about this partnership to take over whatever we are doing here to South Africa. I can't wait to land in Joburg and to be on the radio, to be on TV, and to get into the schools. Because let me tell you, the only way Africa can become emancipated is when we teach young people to take their destinies into their own hands, to believe in themselves, to believe in the talent God has given to them, and to accept the fact that they can change Africa. And that is my philosophy. That's my belief. And so far, I think I see it working. So we are ready to go anywhere as far as Africa is concerned.
Thank you very much. And what platforms beyond Ghana have you used to actually spread this message, to try and have the ears of the world leaders understand your vision and try to support it?
Well, many places. As a matter of fact, just February this year, I was a guest speaker for the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, where all the ministers of Africa, finance ministers were there. I was a guest of the UN ECA, where I made a speech there. I've spoken in many international fora. I've received many awards. I've spoken in London. I've spoken in Canada. I've spoken in the US. In Nigeria, I've been there couple of times. Togo, I've been there several times. I've spoken in about 3 universities in Togo. So yes, the platform are there. I am a corporate trainer as well. Coca-Cola, I've trained all the executives in Cote d'Ivoire. So yes, any platform I get, I try to ensure that we can make an impact. Locally, for example, in the public sector, I've trained most of the public institutions. The Ghana Immigration Service, all their top executives, I've trained them. Ghana Prison Service, government asked me to go around the whole country training prison officers about how to prepare for retirement. So we are making impact, and whatever avenue we can get, we'll take advantage of that and let the message sink in.
Thank you very much. And you're also a writer, as well as a motivational speaker, trainer.